Number one, I love the way you have kept the names. Okay, it's a very unique thing, and I've always wondered if somebody has the guts to do something like this. I never had the guts to do something like this. This is a very brilliant thing, and the cast looks so fresh and nice, and so passionate, and so involved in the film, engaged in the film. You know, it looks like they are the characters, and also the film looks like something I need to watch. I must watch to the next level. And for that, we need to hear lots of young stories, and this is one of them. So I wish you guys all the best.
Congratulations, all of you. The trailer looks brilliant, and I'm extremely passionate about cinema. I've always been, because I started working as a child actor. So my entire life has only been about creativity and nothing else. But before I speak more about the film, I would like to speak a little about Shankar. I'm so glad that you have made this movie, Shankar. He's a very dear friend and one of the best human beings that we've come across. The way he worked to make the Kashmir Files premiere happen in Raleigh, it was a great effort, and Kashmir Files has set an example of how Indians can come together and make something happen. It truly became a people's movie. And I'm seeing the same reflection in this film as well. Because as it's history now, the 36 organizations came together for the premiere of Kashmir Files. There was SIP organization, there were All India, All American Jews organization, there was the Telangana Association, there was the Marathi Association. Similarly, you see the Punjabi, Bengali, Telugu, Marathi, you know, all of them coming together and fighting against the evil. And it really gladdens my heart that, you know, a young India is emerging as a more powerful, as a more patriotic India. And the dreams that we've all seen are coming to fruition in this generation. I wish you all the best. May you all do very well, and may you become big, shining stars of the country. But just as a senior actor, there is one request from my side, that a director always directs, an editor always edits, but an actor, when he becomes a star, sometimes forgets to act. Please don't do that.
57 years, of 57 years, 30 years I've been living in US. So more time in my life so far, living in US. But every day my heart belongs to Bharat. Every single day. My DNA made of Bharat. My character made of Bharat. Whatever I have achieved is just because of Bharat. This land, this air, this water made me what I am supposed to be today, what I am doing today. So every cell in my body belongs to Bharat. I'm just living there in years, but from there I want to do everything I can do, help my motherland, to talk to younger generation, just to reiterate the message that the Bharat is the greatest country in the whole planet. Because of that, this media, the importance of media is, if you write a book, it takes a lot of efforts to make the people read a book. Same thing if you make a movie or a documentary or any other media, it is much powerful, much more easy to get across to wider audience all across the nation. So that is the reason to make a movie, something like this. And again, main inspiration is Vivek ji, from the way he works, the time he puts, all his thoughts are about Bharat. He is our main inspiration, and so Deen Raj. He is extremely ferociously patriotic, just like Vivek ji. Thank you for the question.
So what do you movement? Because they are nationalists, they are patriots, they are perfect for this moment. That's all.
मैं जवाब दे देता हूँ। मैं इस तरह से नहीं सोचता हूँ। First of all, this is all in your mind that a film without star cast, अब क्या होगा? This is in your mind. you have been taught from your childhood by media and all those people that without a star film can't work. But I know it for sure. I mean, there is evidence and there is a science to prove that films work only because of their story and their intent and never with their star power. So that is first thing. Second thing is when you say अच्छा आपके सर पे और responsibility आ गई, तो मैं ऐसा मानता नहीं हूँ, क्योंकि वहाँ ऐसा लगता है जैसे कुछ बर्डन आ गया आपके ऊपर, अब आपको बिहेव करना पड़ेगा, आप ऐसे बात करिए। मैं जैसा पहले था वैसे ही अभी हूँ। आप मेरा ट्विटर खोलिए, जैसे पहले ट्वीट करता था वैसे ही अभी करता हूँ। नथिंग हैज चेंज एंड नथिंग विल चेंज, क्योंकि मैं पहले भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल था। तो मेरे को कोई ये नई चीज़ नहीं है कि सडनली मैंने कोई एक पेट्रियोटिक फिल्म कर ली एंड इट्स बिकम अ हिट और सबने कहा अरे अब तो आप ये, और अब मैंने कहा अब मेरे को अलग तरह से बिहेव करना पड़ेगा। मैं जैसा पहले था वैसे ही अभी हूँ। मेरा दिल अभी भी इंडियन कल्चर, इंडियन फिलोसफी के लिए धड़कता है, एंड दैट्स ऑल आई वांट टू प्रमोट। एंड दिस फिल्म, आफ्टर दिस आई वोंट आंसर एनीथिंग। दिस फिल्म आई वांट टू टेल यू व्हाई इट्स अ वेरी वेरी स्पेशल फिल्म। एनी फिल्म, अगर आप जानना चाहते हैं कि किसी फिल्म को सिर्फ ट्रेलर देख के कि ये कैसी होने वाली है, तो फर्स्ट थिंग यू शुड जज इज द इंटेंट एंड द सिंसियरिटी एंड द ऑनेस्टी ऑफ द मेकर्स। So about Shankar, I can say I've known him for a long time. He's one of the most honest people I have met in my entire life. His intention is so pure about it, and then he's got a wonderful crew and team and sincere people. It's an honest film, and a lot of people, everybody I know complains that why film industry is not changing. This is the change. This is how it is changed.
आखिरी सवाल मतलब आपकी विभागी से जाहिर है सबको आपकी विभागी कितना मुनासिब और कितना सही है किसी फिल्म को बायकॉट करना, क्योंकि किसी एक स्पेसिफिक बंदे के अलावा उसके अंदर टेक्नीशियन, लाइटमैन, स्पॉट बॉय, बहुत लोगों का मेहनत होती है और किसी एक शख्स की वजह से इकोनॉमिकली कहीं सब कुछ हिल जाता है।
देखो ऐसा है कि इस बात को करना नहीं चाहिए अभी, लेकिन बॉयकॉट करना एक इंडिविजुअल राइट है। हमारे किसी हम फेमिनिस्ट राइट्स की बात करते हैं, हम लोग आदिवासियों के राइट्स की बात करते हैं, हम लोग जानवरों के राइट्स की बात करते हैं, हम लोग डॉग्स के राइट की बात करते हैं, कैट्स के। सो आई थिंक बॉयकॉटिंग एनीथिंग इज एन इंडिविजुअल राइट इन द मार्केट प्लेस। बट द सेकंड थिंग इज बॉयकॉट की सिचुएशन आई क्यों? और तो ऐसा है कि जैसे कोई टूथपेस्ट बेचता है, कोलगेट बेचता है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और कोलगेट बेचने वाला अपने ही जो कस्टमर्स है उनका मजाक उड़ाने लगे और बोले अरे जो लोग सुबह उठ के ब्रश में टूथपेस्ट लगा के करते हैं वो तो सब इडियट्स हैं। तो आप क्या करेंगे, कितने दिन तक कोलगेट खरीदेंगे? तो ये थोड़ा इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने की भी बात है कि आज क्या कारण है कि ये नौबत आई है। एंड ऐसा मैं नहीं मानता हूँ, बॉयकॉट बहुत फिल्मों का होता है। कश्मीर फाइल्स का तो पूरे के पूरे बॉलीवुड ने, इकोसिस्टम ने, क्रिटिक्स ने, मीडिया ने, सबने बॉयकॉट कर दिया था, थिएटर्स ने, एग्जिबिटर्स ने। लेकिन अगर सत्य में दम होती है और अगर आपकी फिल्म ऑनेस्ट है और सच्ची फिल्म है तो दुनिया की कोई ताकत उसे रोक ही नहीं सकती। थैंक यू वेरी मच। आई एम अ वेरी मैं अपने प्रोफेशन को लेकर बहुत ऑनेस्ट आदमी हूँ, एंड आई थिंक इट्स प्रोफेशनली इनएप्रोप्रिएट फॉर मी टू हॉक द लाइमलाइट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। इट इज नॉट अबाउट दैट, इट्स अबाउट द फिल्म। सो प्लीज लेट्स फोकस ऑन दैट।
सर लास्ट आजकल जो फिल्में बन रही है नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म ही चल रही हैं, आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म ही चलेगी यहाँ पे प्लेटफॉर्म पे? बॉलीवुड
भूल भुलैया तो नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म नहीं थी, तंबूबाई भी नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म नहीं थी, दोनों चली नहीं चली। पुष्पा भी नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म नहीं थी, केजीएफ भी नेशनलिस्ट फिल्म नहीं थी, कैसे चली वो सही? फिल्म अच्छी होनी चाहिए, सब चलता है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Producer told you what?
This is actually producer idea of Bharateeyans.
Okay.
So why not we should call ourselves Bharateeyans? Actually, the India and the Indians came from the Greeks. It comes from the river Indus. They are called as Indians. But before that, in Puranas, there is name for India, that is Bharat. Why we are following Greek people say, that's why we are following. Why? We have our own identity.
Actually, so my question was that in the current social political environment, what constitutes a Bharatiya? Maybe any one of the cast members can take it.
Sir, please can you explain me again?
I said in the current social political environment that we live in today,
Yeah.
what constitutes a Bharatiya for you?
For me, Bharatiyans is a word that combines us all, that cleans all the boundaries which we all have created, which we all have been created. Media has also been a part of it, always. So any issue, when it comes up, we divide it south, north, east, west. We have been doing that. So in this movie, we have brought everyone along. And also, even if we go by the genre of the film or where it belongs to India. It doesn't belong to Bollywood. It doesn't belong to Tollywood. It doesn't belong anywhere. It is belonging to India, Bharatiyans. And Bharat word has been used because we want that from now onwards we should call ourselves as Bharatiyans. Bharat, not India. Because India was name given by the Britishers. So you wanted that concept to be clear?
No, I just wanted in the sense that in today's political social environment, so I think the early part of your answer is good enough. I think
to begin with, I think I would like to give the example of the poem by Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without sense. So, according to me, I think for me, a Bharatiyan is someone, an Indian is someone who is without, where the mind is without fear and where they can think freely. Because I think freedom of mind is also very important. So where we can think freely, where we can act, where we can raise our voice freely, I think that is one of the main.
A very good evening to one and all present here. I am Peden, and the name of my character in the movie is Tripura. And to answer your question, I think, well, Bharatiyan, the word is simply translated as Indian in English, right? So for me, I think being an Indian is somebody, you can be an Indian simply by just not littering around, you know? Just not littering around, boycotting plastic materials, you know, having no racism, all of that. I think just very simple things, but these take us a very long way as an individual, as a Bharatiyan. That is my take.
I think it's looking at the teaser, it's fantastic. There's a certain, I would say, a slight paradox in terms of. Obviously, one hand it is called Bharatiyan, and you know, if we have to call ourselves Bharatiyan, we have to relinquish our individual identities, whether it's regional or religious. But the characters are called like after region.
Yes, we are all given different names of different regions, but the movie has brought us together for a mission.
Okay.
Yes, so we are all in this together.
Great.
Thank you.
Any questions? Next.
We'll move to Samaira, then you, then other people on the dais. Start the cast.
How I got casted into Bharatiyans.
Something about yourself.
So, my journey started from Chandigarh to Chennai. I had not even seen Mumbai. I did my Tamil film, and that was Kayam. And then I started getting some assignments here, and I settled in Mumbai. तो पहुंची तो थी चंडीगढ़ से चेन्नई, सफर मुंबई में शुरू हुआ और फिर काफ़ी ऑडिशंस दिए, काफ़ी कुछ किया, लेकिन फिर से वो चेन्नई ने मुंबई तक और मुंबई ने मुझे फिर से पंजाबी बना दिया, क्योंकि मुझे दीन राज सर मिल गए और उनको मुझ में वो जो पंजाब शायद पीछे छूट रहा था या मैं छोड़ आई थी, शायद मुझे लगा था कि मैं टॉलीवुड एक्ट्रेस बन जाऊंगी, एंड ही प्रेजेंटेड मी अगेन एज इंडियन फिगर दैट आई बिलोंग टू भारत. और आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी बिग कॉम्प्लीमेंट इन इटसेल्फ दैट यू ट्रैवल सो फार फॉर योर करियर, रोल्स ढूंढते हुए, काम ढूंढते हुए, लेकिन आपकी जो आइडेंटिटी है वो आपको rooted रखती है, and you get a film like this where your originality is shown, and he shot it very raw. That is the most beautiful part of it. Yeah, I would like to give them.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. Sir, first and foremost, Shankar sir, thank you so much for producing this movie. Deen Raj sir, I'm always thankful to you for giving me such a great opportunity in this movie. Talking about the movie, Bharateeyans, it was a great experience. We have shot for 60 days in various locations of India. And my journey, coming to my journey, I was somewhere, doing chota roles, and Deen Raj sir, man of the moment, who has actually picked me from nowhere, and today I'm standing right here. It's all because of him, and I'm glad that you have given me this opportunity, sir. Thank you so much.
A very good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. It's an honor and a privilege to be here beside all my cast and crew. Talking about me, I am Rajeshwari Chakraborty. I am from Sikkim. So I was crowned Miss Sikkim during 2018, and that's how I know her as well. So what happened was, I was contacted about the role when I was sick, so I couldn't actually, audition for the role. And again, 20 days later, I got a call from Bindi. I got a call from someone else as well, and they wanted me to sit for a screen test regarding this role. And then I did. I gave my audition, and that's how I was casted. And it was a very good experience for me, because also because it was shot in my hometown. So it was a very warm experience for me. And yeah, that's about it.
A very good evening once again. I would like to start by thanking Mr. Deen Raj sir and Mr. Shankar Naidu sir for producing and making such an important movie. And I think it's the perfect time to release such a movie, because we are all very patriotic right now. And not many directors and writers gather up guts to make such a movie. And I think it's very important that all of us pay attention to this film intently. Also, as we all know, the northeastern part, we don't get that much representation in the mainline movie stream. And so therefore I feel very lucky and very grateful from the bottom of my heart, sir. Talking a little bit about myself, I am Perenong Manangal. I am former Miss Sikkim, Miss Northeast Diva and Miss Supranational India. Yes, and thank you very much.
Don't you think it started by Anik? As you said, the perception of, I'm talking to you.
No.
Perception, when we talk about North East India.
Both the movies were shooting parallel.
That's what I'm asking her.
What was the question again?
I said, do you think the perception already, changed? It started with Ayushman Pranas, Anek.
Of course I agree, but then I think we had shot way before that, and also as we know, we are 3 Northeasters in this film. I don't think anybody ever has guts to do that. And all 3 of us are the main cast members. Imagine how many guts, how much belief they put in us. You know what I'm saying?
It means Ayushman came after you. It's a different story about release.
Sorry, I have no comments about that. Thank you.
See, there was Aponi as well, Mikhail Thonkor's Aponi, which came on Netflix. Wonderful film.
Yes.
Okay,
but our genre is a bit different.
Yeah. I had one question. Obviously, looking at the films, I always welcome when I see talent from the Northeast come into Hindi cinema. But obviously, language is a barrier. We have to accept that. And like after watching Anek, like I had this feeling that maybe rather than bringing them to Hindi cinema, it's important that we whether it's the Bollywood producer, Mr. Shankar, you're a producer here, so that we need to invest in the Northeast in their language. Has anything been like, you all can tell me better?
Of course, we have a lot of regional films also working, but it doesn't get as big as a Bollywood movie. And also, I feel we don't have that many resources.
Need to invest, like Priyanka Chopra, I think didn't want one.
Of course, I think that is your job as a media to inform them and talk to them about it as well.
No, but I wanted to know, like obviously since you all come from the Northeast, is there any development in terms of producers coming from out and investing into?
Not many, but our film has been shot in Sikkim as well. So there, I do see a change happening.
Sonam, can you add to it, please?
Actually, just recently I did a part in Mr. Sanjay Kapoor's The Last Stop on Amazon. So I feel like slowly, Northeast also, the actors, they're getting some work. But as you were asking, like, they're asking movies, like, Matt also had produced the Nepali movie. And also you're saying Anek, then Ahuni. So what I felt is, like, when you add that, yes, taking a lot of courage, like, we're all fresh faces, right? So I feel with this movie, Bharateeyans, like, I think we get more heard. I feel we get more heard from the Northeast, that we also have some talent, and we also would like to work.
Oh, there's definitely talent. I mean, there's talent in every part of the country. Like what I like about the south of India is, obviously, they basically have built their identity on their language. And I feel like, similar thing used to happen with, whether it's northeast or other parts of India, which are largely untapped. Because I think because of the language barrier, it always gets difficult. Like in Anek, they had some good talent, but you could see that on the screen, that the language was a barrier for them. And that's why I felt, it's better, that film producers invest directly, make films, of the region in their language, and then that is the way, that's how it's going to grow. Because it was same for, even when Hindi cinema started, that's how they started. So it's important, whether it's northeast or other untapped region, that we get to see films in their language. So this was just my humble perspective.
If I make a movie in the next 10 years, you better watch it.
I will watch definitely. Don't worry about that. I always look for good content.
He is Vishal Mishra, and the third song is Piyush Ambora. 3 songs. आप सबको thank you so much.
We should have one.
मैं हिंदी में ही बात करूँगी।
ये अच्छी बात है।
डायरेक्टर समायरा, इन्होंने मुझे चूज किया एज एन मराठी MLA प्ले करने के लिए। एट दैट टाइम आई एम नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट, बट उनको विश्वास था, सबको भी विश्वास था। तो उन्होंने मुझ पर रिलाई किया कि नहीं, ये करेगी। मुझे बॉम्बे से उन्होंने वहाँ बुलाया, और मैंने भी बहुत मेहनत करी। वो मेरी फर्स्ट टाइम था कि इतने में, मेरी एज में मैं इतना, आप देखोगे मैं दौड़ रही हूँ, इतना 5 किलो वाला गन लेके मैं भागी, बट आई एंजॉय थरली। और सर तो सच में भगवान है, कितने सॉफ्ट है, जरा भी मीन्स ऐसे लगा कि मैं फिल्म की शूट कर रही हूँ कुछ। बस हम लोग एक परिवार है, हमने साथ में, अब रियली हम लोग अलग अलग स्टेट से, अलग अलग कास्ट के हैं, बट हम लोग इतने खुश रहे, हमने इतना एंजॉय किया, और वी आर रियली भारतीयंस।